Good morning. Thanks for coming this morning. Thank you. Thank you. Hey. Thank you very much. My partner in crime is here today, Steve Wozniak. Stand up. Come on. Well, thank you for coming. We've got some really cool stuff to show you this morning. And so I first wanted to start with a update of Apple Retail. You've all seen our Fifth Avenue store, but we've been opening some amazing stores lately, and I wanted to just fill you in on 3 of them. The first one is in Paris. It's our second store in Paris. Our first was in the Louvre. This is near the old Opera House, and it's this beautiful old building that we've restored and made a gorgeous store in. It's got a great skylight, and it's just a fantastic building. We spent 18 months restoring it, and here it is with people in it. And it's just a fantastic store, and Apple users in Paris are loving it. So we're really excited about our new Paris store. We're also really excited about our second store in China, which we opened recently in Shanghai. It is a 40-foot-high glass cylinder. These are all curved pieces of glass, single pieces, 40 feet high. It's kind of a landmark in glass engineering. And it's a fantastic store. Here it is from the front, and here it is down in the store. And here it is with people in it. And this was opening day. And here it is in the greater environment of Shanghai. And it's really a fantastic location, and we think it's going to do really well. So our second store in China. The third big store we've opened recently has been in London. We got the whole building here right in Covent Garden. And we've got another large store on Regent Street, but this is our second really large store in London. And it's a beautiful old building that we've restored right in the heart of Covent Garden. And it's fantastic. A lot of restoration was required, but it's a beautiful store now. And you can see the old and the new together work beautifully. And here it is with people. And so this is open, and it's been a great success so far. All 3 of these stores have been. And we now have 300 Apple Retail stores. Matter of fact, Covent Garden was our 300th store we've opened. And some of us remembered when we opened our first one, and wow, we've come a long ways. 300 stores now. And we're in 10 countries, 10 different countries. We're soon going to open our first store in Spain and make it 11. Now, remember when Macworld used to get 30,000 people coming to it here in San Francisco? Well, we've got single days in our stores now where over 1 million people visit. Not every day, but we are now poking through 1 million visitors a day, several days a month. So that's amazing to me. We teach one-on-one classes, especially to people that are new to Mac. And we are now teaching 80,000 of those one-to-one classes a week in our stores. And of all the folks buying Macs, over half are buying their first Mac. So our stores are bringing a lot of new users into the Mac family. So that's a brief update on our retail operations, but things are going well. Now, I want to talk about iOS. iOS is our operating system that powers our mobile devices, and it's been a revolution in both touch and apps. Touch user interfaces were completely different before the iPhone. And mobile applications were completely different before the iPhone. It's been a revolution in both of them. And for us, it's made these three products possible: the iPhone, the iPod Touch, and now the iPad. So, how many iOS devices have we shipped since we launched the phone just a few years ago? 120 million. 120 million. Now, people are throwing around a lot of numbers as to how many of their operating systems they're activating per day. We are activating a little over 230,000 iOS devices per day, and that's new activations. We think some of our friends are counting upgrades in their numbers. If we counted upgrades in our numbers, they'd be way higher than 230,000. But we think the most appropriate way to count them is just new activations, 230,000. And we think we're ahead of everybody. And the App Store, iOS apps, over 6.5 billion apps now on the App Store. And that is 200 apps every second are being downloaded. 200 apps every second. Woo, there's another 200. It's incredible. So, 6.5 billion apps have been downloaded from the App Store. Amazing. We've got over 250,000 apps on the store, and of those 250,000, 25,000 of them are now iPad apps. So the iPad apps are just going like this.